No talking back there.
Yes, sir.
Well, fellow parishioners, I'm so happy to be standing up here in this day of love for Jesus Christ. Luke 10:25 through 37. The parable of the Good Samaritan. A certain lawyer stood up and tested Jesus, saying, "Teacher, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?" And he said to him, "What is written in the law? What is your reading of it?" So he answered and said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." And he said to him, "You have answered rightly. Do this, and you will live." But he, wanting to justify himself, said to Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Then Jesus answered and said, "A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, who stripped him of his clothing, wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a certain priest came down the road, and when he saw him, he passed by the other side. Likewise, a Levite, when he arrived at the place, came and looked and passed by on the other side. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. So he went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring oil and wine, and he set him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. On the next day, when he departed, he took out 2 denarii, gave them to the innkeeper, and said to him, "Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, when I come again, I will repay you." So which of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to him, and who fell among the thieves? And he said, he who showed mercy on him. Now I'm going to tell you about a couple who lived in Irmo, South Carolina. It is not a parable, it is true. It was published in the year 2009 in the Greenville, South Carolina News. 2 co-workers experienced the goodness of others when one was willing to sacrifice his job for the other. When budget cuts demanded one of their jobs, one man stepped up and took the pink slip for his friend. He knew his friend's situation: 4 children, one with autism, requiring therapy daily. If he had lost his job, no therapy, no insurance, no money, it would have devastated the family. This man discussed the situation with his wife, and they agreed to do the right thing. This man had seniority, but walked away from a well-paying job. He walked away from his insurance, from his future retirement, from the state of South Carolina, after having 21 years of tenure. A follow-up article was written stating it would be interesting to see God's hand at work in the life of this man. What happened to this man? According to the article, he began work with another state agency, staying in state government was important because he had built up requirement there. Yes, God gave him another job. Furthermore, he was recognized and honored by the members of the South Carolina Senate for his exceptional display of compassion and self-sacrifice. He and his wife had faith in God. They knew that God would take care of them. Many of you know them from the Charleston's Somerville churches. They are Ralph and Jenny Hanahan. Now I would like to say this to you. You have treated this old man with love. Love, not knowledge, brought me into God's church. I see many examples of your love toward one another. It is what God desires. John 13:34 through and 35. Love one another as I have loved you. By this, all will know you are my disciples. You have love for one another. And love is what it's all about.